When Twitter founder Jack Dorsey visited India in 2018, he had met with the Indian Prime Minister, but the headlines had not suited Jack Dorsey very well. Because at the time that he visited India, it was in the middle of a very ill-tempered fight that Twitter was waging with the Indian government. Some of it for the right reasons, some of it perhaps for the wrong reasons. That's for both sides to decide. But the crux of the matter was basically the Indian government wanting certain content, certain accounts censored or withheld because of law and order reasons, and Twitter upholding what it said was free speech, pushing back against the Indian government. It led to a great deal of friction. You remember how then IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad lost his ministership amidst all that bad press and global negative publicity over India versus Twitter. Well, now Jack Dorsey, the man you see in these pictures, has woken up months after selling Twitter for billions of dollars to someone who is his ideological diametric opposite, Elon Musk. Jack Dorsey has now pointed an angry finger at India, saying, this is a dictatorship, this is a country that threatened to shut down Twitter in India, this is a country that threatened to raid the employees of Twitter amidst the farmer protests because Twitter refused to shut down accounts at the request of the Indian government. We're going to do a little bit of a fact check here on 5 Live, and we're also going to debate it. But first, here's what happened in the wake of Jack Dorsey deciding to point that finger at India. A protest at makeshift camps along the borders of New Delhi, stretched to the global horizon by tiny hashtags. The year-long farmer agitation over 3 contentious farm laws ran parallel in the borderless virtual world. A year and a half after the year-long agitation ended, with the Modi government repealing the legislation in question, Twitter's famous founder and former CEO Jack Dorsey has alleged the social media platform came under pressure at that time from Indian authorities to block accounts covering the farmer protests.
India, for example. India is a country that had many requests of us around the farmers' protest, around particular journalists that were critical of the government.
Jack Dorsey resigned as Twitter's chief executive in November 2021 right before selling Twitter to Elon Musk. Coincidentally, the month Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the withdrawal of the 3 farm laws. The former Twitter CEO alleges that the Indian government even threatened to shut down Twitter in India and raid employees' homes back then.
It manifested in ways such as we will shut Twitter down in India, which is a very large market for us. We will raid the homes of your employees, which they did. We will shut down your offices if you don't follow suit. And this is India, a democratic country.
The Modi government has rejected Dorsey's claims, calling them an outright lie, an attempt maybe to cover up Twitter's own dubious and questionable global record.
I'm very amused and bemused and certainly aghast that CEO like Jack Dorsey would go on television and say an outright lie. The fact is the following, that Twitter was in violation of Indian law, laid down Indian law from 2020 to 2022. So the entire characterization and entire narrative of Jack Dorsey's is false, is premised on a falsehood.
The government insisted no one from Twitter was raided or sent to jail. The platform continues to operate to this day. Violation of Indian law, however, did attract action. Dorsey's claims threw the spotlight back on the Twitter files. That Twitter's new owner Elon Musk and his allies promoted last year as bombshell revelations, proving that Twitter under Jack Dorsey intentionally muzzled conservative voices for political reasons.
ट्विटर को खरीदा भी गया दूसरे व्यक्ति के द्वारा तो ट्विटर फाइल्स में खुलासा हुआ कि किस तरह से इस प्लेटफॉर्म का दुरुपयोग किया जाता था, पक्षपात किया जाता था। उस पर जैक डॉर्सी आज तक कोई जवाब नहीं दे पाए क्योंकि उनका चेहरा बेनकाब है।
The opposition, however, isn't convinced. It called crackdown on social media handles critical of the ruling elite, part of the government's strategy against political dissent.
हर बार दमन करने के लिए मोदी सरकार क्यों खड़ी हो जाती है? अब समझ में आता है कि अगस्त 2021 में जब राहुल गांधी जी का अकाउंट ब्लॉक हुआ था और ये सब सरकार के कहने पर होता और ये सब इस देश में दमन और अहंकार सरकार जो कर रही है उसका प्रमाण करता है।
A free flow of hard-hitting back and forth over free speech once again between the government, the opposition and the former head of a global tech giant. Bureau Report, India Today.